I'm Sagar Nagri, your host for the show and a member of marketing strategy from team at ACL Digital. Today's podcast focuses on Kubernetes-based cloud-native platform services. In this episode, we'll be exploring how we assist organization in accelerating product development by leveraging digital technologies with confidential computing. Additionally, we'll also delve into HSM-based secure MTLS communication between 5G workloads. For this discussion, we have Suresh Galam, an expert with over 20 years of experience in telecom and networking domain, serving as a consultant and architect at ACL Digital. Let's hear from Suresh Galam and gain insights into perspective on platform services, confidential computing, and their future. Hi Suresh, thanks for joining us on the ACL Digital Cloud Native Platform Services podcast show. I would like to introduce yourself to our audience here. So Suresh, over to you.
Hey Sagar, thanks for inviting me. Hello everyone. So this is Suresh Kalam, Director of R&D Engineering Services at ACL Digital. I have over 20 plus years of experience in product transformation and strategy, collaboration, digital transformation, technology, and end-to-end delivery. I have collaborated with almost all major telecom service providers across the globe, including Cisco, Juniper, Ericsson, Microsoft, Intel, Verizon, T-Mobile, and Comcast. And I'm kind of passionate about networking, SDN, NFE, SD-WAN, 5G, cloud, and open source technologies. So as part of R&D technology and services ACL, we showcase our deep engineering roots and competence through its ability to accelerate digital project development with cloud-enabled intelligent and autonomous capabilities for clients across various industries.
Thanks, Suresh, for the introduction. You have spent almost 2 decades in the telecom and networking industry, and we have witnessed a transition from communication industry to from voice to SMS to data access to video calls. And now we are in the new era where the way enterprise how there is a big change in the way enterprises are operating now and service providers as well. So, how do you believe this entire journey has changed us?
Okay, well, Sagar, if you look at the real world scenario, right, see, our lives are gradually becoming increasingly reliant on connectivity, right? So we are already entering a fascinating phase of times. So I believe it's the best time for the transformation that I'm witnessing all around us. So one thing is for sure, the amount and the maturity of dialogue this time with the advent of 5G or like before, whether it's a 5G wave or a potential 6G wave, the focus is discussing the business value. So how do we create this business value and what is the business intent behind any transformation we embrace onto this network? This pandemic has shown us that we can now to a large extent lively connected without meeting physically. So this will change how enterprises carry out their business with online customers and employees working from home, and virtual and physical worlds become closely connected. And nowadays customers demands become more complex and deliveries became more frequent and faster. New processes such as telecom DevOps and agile development required new ways to bridge the gaps between the software and the end user. So with all these things in mind, we are turning more to a customer's journey to bring people's needs into our software journey. So if we could summarize the digital transformation into a single concept, it would be the customer experience. So that's another kind of fantastic discussion to have probably in next session.
That's great, Suresh. I think that's a very good start to our discussion. I think so. Let's move on to the next session section. So platform solutions. So what do you mean by cloud native solution? Can you explain us?
Yeah, sure, Sagar. So, so you started on the right note, by mentioning a term called cloud native. But before we dwell into that, right, so we need to understand that the two fundamental transformations are occurring here. And I'll use the word network disaggregation. So that's what the entire concept of cloud is based on. See, cloud native is all about workloads, network functions, and disaggregation. It involves taking a workload or taking a software and applying it on any part of the network, whether it can be its radio or it can be a routing or it applies to the core of the network or operations and assurance. So with cloud native principles, what we are observing is the disaggregation of network function and workloads into a smaller chunks, which we commonly refer as microservices. So each of these microservices, right, they are independently capable of scaling, handling each of these functionalities independently, which will allow us to embrace the maximum concept of reuse. So this whole notion of when we talk about 5G and we talk about the cloud, these extrapolations to cloud native then becomes a norm. So keep in mind, we are talking about network disaggregation as well as network function disaggregation when we discuss about the telco world. So there's a huge difference between these two factors.
This is very useful, I think, Suresh. We are listening. We are actually reading a lot about this in last, I think, 5 to 6 years when containers came, Kubernetes also, Dockers. So that evolution, right? And literally DevOps is just going around this thing as you're just mentioning, right? So I
Yeah,
think
true.
so. I remember you shared some couple of collaterals, your collaterals you developed in last 1.5 years, and I read through those. So I pulled out a couple of data points that I found fascinating. What are the security concerns associated with moving workloads to the cloud or maybe cloud native?
Okay. See, if you look at right the current scenario, right, since this COVID-19 pandemic began, so this privacy and security has been the forefront of many technology minds. And this COVID-19 pandemic saw a colossal interest in confidential computing, with millions of employees working from home and companies raising various issues related to securing data in transit, at rest, and while being processed. This confidential computing has gained importance and popularity recently as enterprises grapple with security concerns associated with moving workloads to the cloud. And the main reason for confidential computing approach is that data in use must be protected from malicious insiders or hackers or third parties. So these cloud providers, right, they offer robust data protection features which enable customers to encrypt data without making any code changes to their applications or compromising their performance. And this confidential computing has the potential to be a game changer in cloud security, where the landscape of various tools is rapidly evolving and which will provide business and end users with the opportunity to protect data when it is most exposed during processing. And also it's kind of more challenging when running in the cloud because you really don't know the hardware, right? So you're using somebody else's hardware, probably it can be either Amazon's hardware or Google's hardware. So you have to rely on them to inform you what's that there, right? So how many people exactly are asking these kind of questions? I would guess it's probably very small number, right? And see, one of the core principles behind confidential computing is zero trust security, so which will help the customers verifying that they are running all their applications or workloads on a trusted hardware. This is a very key important aspect to keep in mind while using any public or private clouds.
That's great. I think we are living now in this era where zero trust security is very important, and at every level now, starting from infrastructure to your end devices as well. That we should be definitely agree. So, how do you see specific users or industries embracing the concept of confidential computing to address use cases across various sectors? So, can you just talk about that?
Yeah, well, see, if you look at it in a broader way, right? So, see, there are multiple established solutions available, right, which will take care of encapsulation, isolation, and encryption of data while being transmitted or stored. But there was no control while the data is being processed in the memory, right? So that's where your confidential computing comes into picture, which will solve this problem by focusing on protecting the data in use. And this data privacy has become extremely important as many companies now rely on public and hybrid cloud services, right? And confidential computing is sure to be a critical component of a cybersecurity plan where various industries are working together to accelerate the development of confidential computing solutions and also to provide the right environment to build all the open source tools. See, if you look at the individuals or companies or organizations, they're becoming increasingly vulnerable to hacks, data breaches, or malicious attacks, right? And threats to data have been intensified, making securing data a top business imperative. So while all these benefits of cloud native methodologies are kind of substantial and play a pivotal role in industrial digitalization, they also present notable security challenges relates to secrets management. So in conjunction to this confidential computing, the Vault presents an exceptionally secure solution which will empower organizations to fortify their valuable data with hardware-based security. So this kind of approach minimizes the attack surface, thanks to the intelligence enclaves. Moreover, also Vault's inclusion of a public infrastructure engines, which also bolsters its capabilities. Now, this kind of versatile feature, which will allows the vault to operate as an external certificate authority, thereby facilitating the establishment of secure MTLS communication between different microservices which are running within the cloud native platform. So this kind of multi-phased approach underscores Vault's significance in safeguarding the information and also fortifying the security framework. So this particular solution will help to solve the problem of exposing keys from Vault while also signing, IoT secure boot. So this is one of the important thing to keep in mind.
Thanks, Suresh, for this insightful information. So I think then let's get back to the actual topic of this podcast now. So what exactly is this ACL Digital Cloud Native Platform solution that you are offering as a part of this solution, and who will be the potential customers? So can you throw some light on this?
Yeah, sure. See, from a ACL Digital perspective, right? So now we are offering a cutting edge solution, which is built on a Kubernetes based cloud native platform, which is kind of providing a plug and play kind of architecture, which allows seamless integration of any application or workloads into its ecosystem. And also it enables the operation of workloads in public and private clouds. So as part of this ACL digital platform solution, we are kind of employed a cloud agnostic approach. So which means it will provide a stable, resilient, and scalable environment across different infrastructures. So this is the kind of a lightweight and flexible platform, which will ensure the software works the same no matter where it is used. Plus, we can also run it on any container orchestration solution like GCP or AWS, wherever it is. So this platform delivers kind of critical Kubernetes services as a manager cluster add-ons. And this ACL Digital, right? We completely manage each add-on's life cycle and configuration. And also, we have successfully conducted a proof of concept, by developing open 5G core network functions as workloads and how to effectively manage them. So if you talk about the couple of features of this particular ACL platform solution, so we are kind of providing a seamless integration, whereas as I discussed earlier, it's kind of plug and play architecture for easy application of integration, and also you can able to operate different workloads in public and private clouds as desired. And we are providing wide ecosystem of integration with different Kubernetes tools, like cluster management or service mesh and the confidential computing, high availability, GitOps, zero trust access, observability, backup and restore. So these kind of various tools we are providing. And also the major thing is, we do have this multi-cloud support. So where you can be able to run workloads on any infrastructure, which including bare metal or AWS or GCP or Azure or kind of any kind of hybrid workloads, right? So you can able to do on different hybrid clouds as well. And we also providing the major of the security enhancements as we discussed earlier, right? So we are providing, apart from the hard zero trust security boot, we are also providing role-based access control and LDAP integration, the multi-cluster, multi-tenancy, multi-cloud cluster scanning, benchmarking, and and the secure service mesh. These are kind of different services which are kind of not tailored to for your different security posture needs. You can able to enhance what kind of service you want. And also, I mean, we are able to do the complete life cycle configuration of all these services. When coming to the benefits of this solution, right? So now we are providing a kind of a simplified operations where you can able to manage different complex and cloud native environments with ease. And also, we are providing DevOps empowerment into this ecosystem where you can efficiently deploy and monitor different containers workloads, and then we can seamlessly adapt to different infrastructures. And then on top of that, we are providing infrastructure security with SGX now with for peace of mind with for the customers, and also the manager services where we can focus on innovation while we ACL Digital critically clustered add-ons. And if you talk about the potential customers, right? So you can deploy, any of the workloads on this top of this platform, and you can able to solve the use cases related to 5G or MEC or AML or IoT or big analytics, whatever is there, right? You can able to deploy it, and then you can able to manage everything using this solution.
Okay, so I think in confidential computing, I understand that your team has conducted a POC in partnership with Intel and Casa Systems last year. So could you kindly provide some additional insights into this collaborative effort, detailing the partnership dynamics, particulars of POC, and specific application within the use case? Can you talk about this?
Yeah, sure, Sagar. So, see, as part of this the partnership ecosystem, right? So, we at ACL Digital, right, we partnered with Intel and Casa Systems, and we assembled a couple of tools along with Casa Systems 5G core workloads. So, the basic goal was to demonstrate, how we can enhance the security of 5G core deployment using Intel SGX. So, we have worked with Intel for the past decade, and we are kind of been early adopters of Intel hardware features, now functioning as a system integrations and solution partner. So through our robust partner ecosystem, now we aim to be a leading solution partners for 5G implementations. We also provide technology solutions and consulting to ensure our customers succeed in adopting 5G technology. So ACL Digital, in partnership with Intel Technologies, has proven that we are the preferred choice for building SGX-based security very quickly. See, Intel SGX has been used to help enhance security within multiple use cases and applications. For example, when I talk about use cases, right, it can be helpful in artificial intelligence and machine learning, where you can able to protect AI and ML workloads and applications while they are running. And also, when it comes to cloud infrastructure, right? So we have providing this confidentiality of customer application workloads in public cloud infrastructure. So you can run your workloads on any kind of public infrastructure. And also now we are providing trusted multi-party compute or multi-party analytics. So which means we can enable multiple parties to collaborate on shared data while keeping sensitive data confidential. And now we are providing a secure key management use case where you can able to have these enclaves to help protect your cryptographic keys, and you can provide HSM like functionality. And also one of the use case I can talk about is the blockchain, right? Which will increase your privacy and security for successful transaction processing and consensus or smart contractors, key storage, all kind of these things. And also we are providing a trust on the NFE, VNFs and NFE, right? So that's also a use case now we are trying to solve. So with this POC, right, with Intel, now we are kind of initially targeted towards communication service providers, and also one can apply to any cloud native platform, which are they're using the service mesh solution for their enhanced security into their ecosystem.
Certainly, Suresh, and many thanks for these insights. And I think this is really getting interesting. I think so. Since we are talking about Intel SGX, so could you please elaborate on Intel SGX and explain how it exactly safeguards data while in use? And additionally, could you provide a brief overview on highlighting the critical factors of the POC solution?
Okay, so in collaboration with Intel, right? So now we have showcased a commercial 5G control plane on OpenShift platform, utilizing Intel SGX enclaves, which will store private keys essential for service mesh communication securely. So while a zero trust approach, right, with the service mesh addresses security concerns to a certain extent, the vulnerabilities arise when the platform is compromised, right? So these security issues are mitigated by using MTLS or trusted workload identities, ensuring that the secure data in transit. However, as we transition into the edge, core, or forage environments, the conventional network perimeter dissolves, not necessitating data protection at the level of individual network functions while in use. So this particular solution involves using a HSM, which stands for Hardware Security Module. It is kind of a specialized trusted environment which is capable of performing various cryptographic operations, such as key management, key exchange, and encryption. So by employing this solution, we address the issues of storing keys in plain text. And also additionally, it resolves the vulnerabilities associated with the envoy proxy as private key generation and CSR request creation. Everything's occur within the SGX enclave. So with this, right, Intel SGX serves as the HSM in this context, securing the minor attack surface, specifically the private keys used for MTLS communication within the service mesh. So this service mesh mechanism is enhanced to facilitate consistent and secure communication among various 5G functions, making it a crucial component protected by SGX. So we can deploy different 5G functions like AMF or SMF or PCF, which involves communicating over 5G core service-based interfaces, which are all MTS protected, ensuring a secure exchange of information. Just pretty much no details about SGX. Sagar.
So I have one additional question for you, Suresh. So while we are talking about service mesh and Intel HGX, so in service mesh like STO, enabling MTLS can secure communication. But why do we need SGX then?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, Sagar. So see, yeah, I know because see, yes, you can, but no, when MTLS is activated, right, the security of the service mesh relies on the confidentiality of the private keys, which will sense the certificates used in the communication for the various workloads, right? An intruder can able to decrypt and they can able to monitor and observe the service mesh if it is compromised. So if you look at if you carefully examine the current service mesh solution, right, it is revealed that the root CA keys are stored in a Kubernetes cluster in a base 64 encoded format, which makes susceptible to easy decoding. So this kind of vulnerability opens the possibility of introducing any malicious service into the cluster. So to fortify the security of the service mesh architecture, we need to render these keys inaccessible from both the infrastructure and the cluster administrator perspective. So with this IntelliJ solution, the keys and secrets are always safeguarded, and the private keys which will be used for the MTLS communication will differ even if the secrets are exported. So thus here we are providing security for critical data production at rest, in transit, and as well as in execution. So this is kind of a very critical use case, and and also we can able to extend this capability to other scenarios as well, relating to data privacy or edge computing or analytics as well.
So earlier you mentioned the managed cluster add-ons included in this platform solution, right? So could you elaborate on distinctive features of each of the add-ons?
Okay, cool. Simon, as I talked earlier, right, as part of this ACL Cloud Native Platform Services, we are providing the suite of essential service Kubernetes services, which will be kind of major cluster add-ons. And also, I said that we'll be taking care of complete lifecycle management of cluster add-ons, right? So when we talk about different distinctive features, so probably I will start with cluster management, where you can able to completely manage the life cycle of Kubernetes clusters, which can be deployed in the edge or private or hybrid clouds. And then also we are providing the confidential computing, which is the very interesting and part, right? So which will provide intelligence based platform attestation and key provisioning specifically designed for edge applications. And then we are providing a zero trust access, which will ensure the secure workload identities with HSM-based zero trust access, which will also include single sign-on, strong authentication using OAuth 2 protocol, and then user management and identity federation. And also another use case I can talk about is the secure service mesh, right? So which will offer a enhanced service mesh for HSM-based MTLS communication, which features integration with HGX-based external CA and proven interoperability with commercial 5G stack. And then we have this high availability, and where you can able to implement horizontal and vertical resource scaling based on the resources demands, and also you can able to manage and monitor critical data protection through backup solutions, which will mitigate the risk of data loss or corruption. And then the other impactant feature we have is the observability with AI and ML. So which will provide customized application-specific metrics and traces for 5G CNFs, which will implement proactive alerting and monitoring using AML to minimize this application failures. Another important feature is the automated deployments. So you can, now we are providing a Ansible playbook kind of structure, which will automate all these Kubernetes cluster provisioning, allowing for various automatic rollouts and rollbacks of upgrades. So these are pretty much kind of high level distinct features we are providing as part of this platform solution.
Thanks, Suresh. So we are moving ahead. In this podcast, so we have delved into various platform services, but are there any other primary use cases we able to address? Maybe you can feel free to provide more detail on this.
Well, apart from the use cases we discussed earlier, so we are also having various use cases which will serve the purpose across different verticals. Probably I can touch upon few examples. So we can have one use case like you can utilize SGX to safeguard the cryptographic keys. Now which and serves as a HSM for various workloads, and then we can you can gain visibility and control over platform and application performance, and then you can able to secure your AML workloads and applications by executing them within the SGX enclave, by establishing HSM-based security employees communication between 5G workloads, and you can also implement customized observability for application-specific metrics and traces across diverse workloads, and then you can employ HSM-based external CA, critical server or attrition services, which will ensure secure communications over the edge, and also providing multi-cloud support for disaster recovery, enhancing resilience and availability. And then we have this we can facilitate application deployment across clusters in multi-cloud environments, and provide vendor lock-in. So this is this kind of some typical use cases we are trying to solve using this solution.
Interesting, Suresh. So you covered various use cases, and it's well known that many open source and commercial platform solutions are available in the market. What, in your opinion, are the key differentiating factors of ACL Digital Cloud Native Platform services you're offering?
Okay, so well, that's a great question. So as you see, can right, I mean, there are so many open source and commercial solutions available in the market. But if you ask me, now what is the key de facto, the solution which we are providing means the first thing that comes to my mind is this customizability integration. So we are kind of offering the ability to integrate the custom observability, which will allows visualization of application specific metrics, for 5G or any other application or workload. So the users can able to set their own templates based on their needs, and they can able to add their metrics they want to monitor. And then the another key factor is the service mesh integration. So our platform can seamlessly integrate with external CA or any other HSM-based CA. For example, if any customer wants to use a different service mesh solution, and apart from the Istio, which is the default service mesh solution, which will be used wide across. Probably if any customer wants to use either Blue Mesh or Kong Mesh or any other service mesh they want, so we can align with them and integrate with the IntelliJ solution, so to cater their specific use cases. And also another important thing is we are kind of expertise in Kubernetes management. So we possess the expertise to manage and maintain Kubernetes clusters and ecosystem tooling and the platform infrastructure effectively with and without SGX. And also we have this custom resource definitions where you can customize your CRDs for easy deployment of specific functions, addressing usability issues efficiently. And another important factor is this complete solution can be white labeled. No, probably you can create revenue streams for Kubernetes operations, products, and services. Yeah, these are the kind of difference when you compare with other open source or commercial solutions available in the market.
Thanks, Suresh. So we are now entering into the last section of this podcast. I think I would like to ask one thing. So, what's on your radar for the future of this area now? So what are the things we are looking up to now?
Okay, well, so in future, means one aspect is right, we are trying kind of involving into this cutting edge of technology. So if you look at it, so every day things will change, and all these changes first is whether on the connectivity front or in artificial intelligence or ML, wherever it is, right? It's kind of evolving landscape of machines on the shop floor, right? So we need to continue to monitor all these developments very closely. However, also we need to think of how we can implement these technologies and how we can able to integrate all these things with management innovations to enhance our productivity genuinely, right? And how effectively can we leverage competition to drive companies forward? So these kind of factors will significantly, influence these events, especially as we navigate the challenge of recovering from the pandemic-related session, right? So we are keeping open and also observing closely in the market trends and seeing, what kind of technology and probably try to innovate more on those things and probably uh, make into our bucket list going forward.
Thanks, Suresh. So you just wrap up the fantastic journey at a Fuse event, TIP's Fuse event in Madrid this year in October, right? So, could you share your experiences and insights on this particular event?
Yeah, well, so yeah, so this Fuse event, right? I mean, this telecom project event which happened last year, this year, right, of 2023. So we had this kind of privilege of attending and sponsoring this remarkable gathering. So this event, right, we set against an inspiring backdrop, which providing an opportunity for us to learn and network, which is marking a pivotal moment that reshaped our business. So this event served as a unique platform for discussion with experts and kind of exchanging ideas and exploring different collaborative opportunities. I can see one of the most striking aspects of this event was the impressive turnout at our booth. We kind of witnessing a many professionals kind of eagerly connecting to our booth, and we kind of delve deeper into our products and services was really kind of heartening. And the highlight of this participation is is not limited to connecting with the industry fields. It's also about constructing a complete a partnership ecosystem. So our focus on the technologies like 5G, cybersecurity, or OSS, DSS, or automation, right? Or probably testing. So this kind of these all these technologies took a giant leap forward in this event. So we firmly believe in the power of collaboration, and this year's event was kind of a pivotal in cementing our partnerships. So before this event, no, we already have established connections with several key partners. But that this event offered a unique opportunity for us to showcase these partnerships to our customers. So if you look at our current dynamic world of 5G and open networking, where the collaboration is paramount. And this event helped us to establish a solid foundation for our future endeavors. We also raised that this event catalyzed the creation of new opportunities in the area of 5G and open networking space. And also, we are kind of thrilled about all the possibilities coming forward. I can say it is kind of, restoring the success for our company, which is kind of, opening a new doors with prospects in the European region, especially. And the power of, collective intelligence, shared experiences, and mutual support was evident, throughout this event. And as part of this forum, I would like to thank all attendees who visited our booth and contributing their valuable insights. We also sincerely appreciate our SIPS partners who supported an active participation in our booth, underscoring the keen interest in all those different prospects. No, we eagerly anticipate our company's continued growth and development in this ever-evolving landscape of telecommunications and 5G technology, fueled by incredible experience at Fuse 2023.
So thanks, Suresh, to share your thoughts about Fuse event, TIP's Fuse event this year. So looking ahead, I think over the next year or two, so what are the opportunities do you foresee? Are there any best practices or recommendation you would suggest in the realm of hardening security, like we have been discussing? Are there any additional insights or advice you would like to share with our listeners?
Sagar, see, if you look at the next 5 years, right, I believe conventional computing will become widely ubiquitous. But the present is the opportune time to initiate proper adoption. So this required hardware and suitable environment are available through various CSPs or non-traditional platforms. So by 2026, definitely consumer computing market is expected to reach close to 50 billion market opportunity. And approximately probably 15% of heavily regulated organizations will embrace this technology and which will amalgamate and enhance sensitive data, which is crucial to multi-party computing applications while maintaining privacy. And companies which provide the necessary tools and technology for this confidential computing are poised for success and rapid growth. They're also set to define how businesses and security are conducted across various sectors. Now we are in the era of zero trust and must secure enterprises assets to unlock any new business opportunities. So with this hardware root of trust, right, we can run our most sensitive workloads in secure enclaves, whether they're in the cloud or on premises or at the edge. So this confidential computing allows us to enhance privacy and also establish more trusted systems and continually generated data-driven insights. So this collaboration of hardware innovation with accessible, consistent software equips us with the tools needed to shape the trusted future we desire. So we at ACL Digital Platform Solution, right, as we discussed, right? So we are addressing the most pressing security challenges arising from the transition of 5G and cloud-native architecture. It also ensures the security of the 5G edge core and other telecom applications using confidential computing services in the multi-cloud environment. So at ACL Digital, we recognize the significance of being early adopters in confidential computing. We are kind of heavily investing in solutions or accelerators and labs while working closely to expedite our customers' 5G security journey. Apart from that, we are also looking at different AML, IoT, big data and analytics, probably to these kind of technologies also will help us in future. So we are also closely looking at these technologies and probably add it as part of our solution.
So thanks, Suresh. So it was our pleasure to have you on our first ACL Digital podcast show. Thank you very much for spending time with us. It was a great conversation, and you shared some very insightful thoughts. So thank you for your time. To all of our listeners, we are looking forward to catching up with you one more time, or maybe multiple times in the future. You can find links to all the topics we have discussed today in the show notes, and maybe more on our website. Additionally, you can follow us on social media, our Twitter, LinkedIn, and other social media channels as well. You will find the podcast link on the website as well as YouTube. We'll be back soon with more insights from telecom and networking segment section from our company website. And until then, goodbye to everybody. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you so much.